Welcome back to Cryptos Are Us. I am George. We're all George. So it's obvious. Today is a pump day. Bitcoin is trying to reach 50,000 today. And Cardano, it just keeps going up. And the rest of the market is pretty much all green today. Today is a good day, my friends. So, what's going on? What's causing the pump? Where is the market heading? And why you should always hodl. Well, I'm going to explain why today. So, thanks for tuning in. As always, smash up the like, subscribe to the channel. 2 streams almost every day, except today. Except today. I'm not having a stream tonight unless Bitcoin does something crazy. But usually 11:30 and 8:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. But that's why, in case I'm late or you don't get notified, well, then you should follow me on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and check out all the news, all the latest news articles and guides on cryptosareus.com. Oh, I forgot. Hit that notification bell too. That's very, very important. All right, guys, welcome. A lot to talk about. Today's just a good day. I mean, if you're not feeling it, I don't know, then you should not be in crypto. Because the only people that are not feeling it today are the people that are not holding any and the shorters. And I just don't get why anyone would dare to short Bitcoin at this point. I mean, it makes no sense. But anyways, you can see that Bitcoin is now above 48,700. And you know what? This is looking pretty good. It broke our recent highs. All right, so I'm going to zoom out a little bit. You can see Bitcoin was going sideways for a little bit. About 2 weeks, 3 weeks. There was a couple times where it tried to break 48. It cannot. Now we're well above 48. And we're heading to that magical 50,000 barrier. That's a good psychological level. Just like 20,000 was a hard number to break. 50,000, even though, yes, we broke through. We were at 60,000, but still, think about it. 50,000 is halfway to 6 figures, right? So it's a good psychological level. And if we're going to break through that, there's really nothing stopping Bitcoin from heading from 50 to $60,000. I mean, that's just right around the corner. That could be coming today. It's still early in the day for those of us in the U.S. 50,000 could be right around the corner. Could happen during this stream. And afterwards, we could have that crazy pump back to $60,000. So definitely exciting time. Definitely good to be holding Bitcoin, right? And those of you guys that took advantage, that bought during 28, 29,000 or 30,000, well, you made a lot of money. And of course, those of you guys that bought even earlier than that, at 20,000, 10,000, 3,000, well, you're really banking it today. And you will continue to bank more in the future. Now, looking at the overall market cap, we are above 2.1 trillion. 2.1, this could be all-time record. I don't remember how high it was when Bitcoin was back at 64,000. I'm going to assume it's higher, but I don't remember us being at 2.1 for quite some time. So definitely moving in the right direction. Someone like Cardano broke through its previous high, formed a new one at 257. And I do have a funny story to share about that. Came down a little bit, but up 14%. I don't think anyone can complain. Bitcoin and Ethereum up 6%. Even XRP close to 10%. Solana is starting to catch up, but I told you guys it needs a breather because it's been going up so much. But regardless, still up 4%. And you have double digits with Matic and with VeChain. That's what I like to see, and it's just a lot of good stuff. Today it's just generally a good day. A good day. Unless you're not holding crypto, then you're not having a good day. Or if you are shorting, then you're definitely not having a good day. A quick look at the portfolio. It's almost up to 10,000. Remember, I only started with like $5,000. Almost doubled. In the last 30 days, 84%. So had you guys just bought 30 days ago or bought similar crypto to the sample portfolio that I built with you guys, you would be up 84%. You tell me what investment there is out there that could gain you 84% within 30 days. And people still complain that crypto is too slow sometimes. I mean, come on. Nothing will give you these kind of returns. Nothing out there. But anyways, all right, so what's going on, right? Why is Bitcoin going up? Why the sun pump? You know what? There's not any one thing. There's not any one thing because there's just so many good things out there. There's just so many. Where should I start? Well, look at this. Wall Street Journal posted that all the big money managers are trying to launch their very first Bitcoin ETF. So this is coming. We know that, hey, there's a ton of interest out there. A lot of people that want to buy Bitcoin, right? So a lot of fund managers want to release a Bitcoin ETF. And if it gets approved, that's just another way for these big players or even retail investors to jump in. So this is very positive. Also, Wells Fargo, JP Morgan, PNC Bank, what other bank there is? Morgan Stanley. They're all launching Bitcoin funds, again, because the interest is so high. There's so many people that want it. And that is why all these banks are also rushing to launch their Bitcoin funds and offer it to their wealthiest clients. And of course, you have, hey, mortgage lenders. The second largest U.S. mortgage lender is now accepting Bitcoin, right? They realize, hey, a lot of people have become filthy rich with Bitcoin. So why not accept mortgages in Bitcoin, right? So again, you know, it's just the slow adoption and growth of Bitcoin is just really, really piling on. You just didn't hear about these kind of stuff before. You didn't in 2020 even. It didn't even happen in 2020. All this is coming 2021. Think about it. It's a tsunami of adoption and awareness and buying and whatever else there is. I mean, there's just a whole lot. And of course, it was revealed BlackRock bought a huge amount of Bitcoin mining stock, Riot, Amara, because BlackRock, of course, the largest asset manager in the world, wants exposure to Bitcoin. I'm sure they probably bought Bitcoin too. They haven't revealed it yet, but they did reveal they bought a ton of Mara and Riot stock. So, of course, that is having effect. This is from today. A Missouri mayor wants to give every citizen $1,000 in Bitcoin. Wow. Where did this come from? Rather than stimulus checks, right? You're getting Bitcoin. That's pretty fantastic. El Salvador is about to kick this off. Bitcoin is legal tender, but now we're seeing the U.S. too. Are other mayors or other states going to follow? Maybe. Hey, why do you want to get cash when you can get crypto? That's fantastic. Of course, last night, Coinbase announced that they're buying $500 million worth of crypto. Random crypto that we don't know. And they're going to invest 10% of all future profits into crypto as well. Right? So this is just a small sample of the goodness that's out there. Right? This is what I like to concentrate on. The fundamentals, which is just getting better and better and better each and every day. Each and every day. So this is why you need to stay in the game. You need to concentrate on the future and concentrate on Bitcoin and crypto. Now, I'm just going, I hate to be one of those guys that said that, tells people, hey, I told you so, right? But I did create 2 videos based on CNBC's Chartmaster, which seems to get things wrong more times than right. So back in January, beginning of January 3rd, 2020, when Bitcoin was hitting against 20,000, guess what? Chartmaster's like, you know what? From a technical perspective, this is horrible. I would be selling at this point because most likely it's not going to be able to break that. You know what? He cost a lot of people a lot of money because he told people to sell, and that's when Bitcoin went on a crazy run from 20,000 to 64,000. And that wasn't it. Just a few months ago, back in May 28th, he was saying the same thing. Hey, we were coming down from Bitcoin's high of 64,000, right? He's like, hey, look at this massive bearish sign, this massive head and shoulders Let's go bring Bitcoin down to 20,000. Again, causing more FUD. Did it happen? No. No. So now he's just like pretending all these things didn't happen. Now he's charting and saying Bitcoin has these key levels to break and it's heading higher, when in fact he's been bearish all along, right? This is why I don't trust TA, especially long haul. Short term, yeah. Long term, you just can't trust it. You want to trust the fundamentals, right? Just pay attention to what's going on and you'll realize, yes, Bitcoin is going higher because there's just a ton of people buying it. It just comes down to that. Supply is decreasing, demand is increasing, and that is having an effect on the price, causing it to go up. Another example, let's just use Cardano. Hey, do you guys remember Peter Brandt? He tweeted this just last month, July 30th, not even a month ago. Okay, what did he say? He's basically called the Cardano top. He's like, he took credit. Oh, look at me. I called a Litecoin top, and I'm calling the Cardano top. And guess what happened? Since then till now, Cardano doubled. Doubled. Okay, so again, Peter Brandt has cost a lot of people money. He's supposed to be a legendary. He's supposed to be a legendary chartist, right? Again, told a lot of people to sell Cardano, and Cardano has doubled, more than doubled since that price. So, can you really trust these guys, right? All right. Yeah, there's just a lot of good stuff. And you know what? Vitalik, maybe Vitalik is a George too. Maybe Vitalik was watching my stream last night because during an interview, he has basically come out and said that he expects ETH to be 10 times higher than current levels. Okay? And that's what I said yesterday. Last night when I was spewing out some predictions, I'm like, Ethereum could be at $30,000 by the end of the year. I'm like, if Bitcoin goes up 3 to 5x, Ethereum and others could go up 10x. So I was throwing out 30,000. Guess what? Vitalik agrees with me. He says that, yes, Ethereum could go up 10x from its current level, which would put it at $30,000. Hey, I'm looking forward to this. If he's wrong or I'm wrong, right? A little bit, that's fine. If Ethereum is above 10,000, I don't think anyone's going to complain. If Ethereum's above 20,000, no one's going to complain, right? And those kind of figures, which seem so far off, so astronomically high, guess what? They could be right around the corner. Right around the corner. Lastly, those of you guys that are using Binance, watch out. You have to submit KYC right away. Binance, they're getting attacked on all fronts. So make sure if you're on Binance, go do a KYC. Otherwise, you will be limited severely in terms of how much you can withdraw and trade and all that good stuff. So that's the last thing I want to mention. All right, guys. I mean, overall, it's just a really good day. I mean, there's really no one thing that's causing things to pump up. It's just that everything is aligning right now. There's just a whole lot of attention, adoption, buying, and usage, and upcoming events and things. There's just a lot of it. It's just a really good day. It's just a really good day. And lastly, this has nothing to do with Bitcoin, but I couldn't believe myself. Tesla just announced the Tesla bot. It's funny because Elon is afraid of AI. And he's afraid AI is going to take over the world. Yet he is going to introduce a Tesla bot. AI for general purpose robotics. And this 5'8" robot will be able to do things that are dangerous, repetitive, and boring. Maybe you could teach it to trade crypto. I don't know. I'm just bringing that up. It's just really hilarious. This is the start of Terminator. All right, guys. That's it. Let's do some Q&A. All right, scrolling up. Doggish Doge. There's a token that set a new crypto record for being the first in outer space. They launched crypto in space after Elon said, okay. Okay. I'm not even going to finish that. Chris, I don't know what James said, but I disagree. There's always a risk, but, you know, everything in crypto is a risk. I think out of all the players that are letting play, like BlockFi, Celsius, or Nexo, BlockFi is the most trustworthy in my opinion. Terry, appreciate that big super chat. What are your thoughts on BNB coin with all the FUD there is? I mean, I think it's definitely having effect. It's not going up nearly as much as the others, especially the big caps, but it will get through. Binance, first of all, the exchanges are going to live on. But Binance does have their chain, which is very popular, has a lot of dApps on there, a lot of DeFi, NFTs, so that does set them apart from a lot of other exchanges. So even though other exchanges, they have their token, which you can use on an exchange for discounts and so forth, but they don't have a chain with a ton of dApps, right? So they do have a advantage there. All right, scrolling down. I don't know what language that is. Someone is trying to shill Polkadot. Okay. What is Tesla waiting for to open up purchasing BTC and Doge? I think that's just right around the corner. I think he's waiting for a good time. It could come this weekend. You know, Elon likes to pump, right? Elon likes to pump, according to him, but he doesn't like to dump. So he's probably going to find a good point where, like, maybe after Bitcoin goes above 50,000 or 60,000, then he's going to open it again, and that's going to, like, pump things up to 70,000. I bet he's just waiting for it. I mean, I'm pretty sure he already got the okay from the board. He's just waiting and timing it. Yeah, Solana is... You really can't keep Solana down. You know, the last day, it was like barely, you know, it's not even in the red. Right now, it's just like starting to pump up again. I don't think anyone's complaining that Solana is pumping. But, you know, it's really hard to DCA into something like Solana when it's down, right? So, yeah, but good for all holders out there. All right, scrolling down. Is Quant a good project in your opinion? I'm not that familiar with Quant, but I do think it's a good project. Their one ledger allows a lot of interoperability between chains, and they're focused on business. So I know the basics, but it does seem like they're a pretty good project, and they keep steadily climbing up, right? Building a fan base. Here are some things that people said about the bot that I'm not going to repeat. Springs Tulip, your channel is the best. I appreciate it. You think Coinbase will use that money to finally get Theta on board? There's a few projects, Theta and VeChain, that needs to be added ASAP, right? They could be using that money. I don't know, but you know, Coinbase's like decision making in terms of who to add is kind of out there. They tend to add a lot of small unknown projects, right? And then a lot of big ones are left for a very long time. Like it took forever for Cardano to be added, you know. But VeChain and Theta, I think they're going to be two additions in the future. For sure. It just, I mean, I don't know why they wouldn't. Phil retracted his own message. Lots of good catalysts for Ecomi. Why hasn't the price moved and what will make it move? Once they move to Ethereum, that'll definitely make a big difference. Right now, I think they're just, I don't know. I don't know why they haven't moved. Their token economics in terms of usage of OMI is not the greatest. But once they do move to Immutable X on Ethereum, I think that's going to make a whole lot of difference. But right now, think of it as accumulation time. That's the best way to think about it. Talk about VeChain. I talk about VeChain all the time. What happened with Binance? Nothing. They hired a new CEO. Well, we're trying to press against 49, 48.8 again. So that's pretty outstanding. I did not see his show today. Well, Binance.com allow U.S. customers to no, I still don't think so. But they still offer futures and derivatives. So that's the main thing. Can you shout out my friend Tariq? I think that's how you say it, Tariq. Congratulations, new father. Does Phantom have sustainability to keep up with the coin momentum? I think so. Whether or not they can keep up with their peers, that's a different story. But I do think that's it's a good project, and they already have they have their own DeFi stuff. They have others. They're very close to with Andre Crony, so Yearn and Sushi, and there's many others out there that is utilizing Phantom. So I think they're gonna be around. They're gonna be around. Let me make sure I didn't miss anything. Request network, why is it pumping hard? Ever since it got added on Coinbase, it started pumping really hard. Basically, it's a payment network, but it allows you to request payments. That's their thing. Like, you could send invoices and request payments. So it's a good idea, but ever since it got added on Coinbase, it just started flying. Shadowman says, why would Vitalik say his own coin would reach 30K? He said 10x to be exact. Because he thinks they're making great improvements. He's just trying to, bring enthusiasm to his own project. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. Do I personally use iTrust Capital? No, because I don't have a 401k. I don't have a Roth IRA. I don't have IRA. I don't believe in retirement funds. I never had them, so dope. I appreciate it. I swear someone should create the Starship Enterprise. I mean, there was a plan for it. Elon should really make one of his ships like the Enterprise. That would be so sick. Super Google. Whenever price is pumping, there's a lot of FUD questions and comments on YouTube channels and chat groups. Do you think these are guys hired by whales to FUD out, or they're generally ignorant? I don't know. It could be a combination. Who knows? I don't think they don't really matter in the grand scheme of things. So maybe they're paid, maybe they're just ignorant, maybe they're new. I don't know. If I looked at the CeDeFi fund, I briefly looked at it. Nothing that really stood out. A lot of things have been pumping, just so you guys know. It's not just like one or two projects. The entire market is just really, really hot. Let's see. Incubator, Launchpad for blockchain games and gamers. Yeah, I've seen this before. There's another one. One of my Patreon members told me to look at Pokedex, which is kind of in the same space. And they have been pumping too. It seems like there's a trend with launch pads and incubators now because of the market being hot, and there's a lot of people excited about IDOs and stuff like that. So that could be the reason why a lot of them are going up. Luna scares me because it does not go up with BTC and the rest. No, that's not true. That's not true at all. Luna just shot up, like 70% within, a few days, right? And now look, it even turned green, so it's starting to pump too. So that's not true. That's not true. Luna is a fantastic project, but like I always say, don't get into something when it has pumped like 30, 50, 70%. Wait until a breather. Novagrats loves Woo. What do you think? I don't know if that's a true statement. I've never heard him say that before. I don't know if that's a true statement. Internet computer jumps to 750 last cycle. You're bullish on internet computer. No, I'm not bullish on internet computer ICP. I've never gotten to that project. I still don't like it. So, no, I'm not bullish on it. I look tired. Yes, I am tired. But that's why I'm not streaming tonight. Unless Bitcoin like pumps up to like 60,000. Then I'll have to. But otherwise, I plan on taking a breather tonight. Man, we're going to be at 50,000 in no time. What about tax savings or retirement fund? You know what? I'm like one of those guys. Like I know there's a lot of people that wants to pay zero taxes and is trying to figure out all ways to dodge taxes, to give up their citizenship and move to Puerto Rico, or move to a country, or do this and that, right? Like, hey, if you can save some money on taxes, great. Okay, if you have RIA, you have a Roth RIA, you have 401k, and you want to utilize that to save some taxes on crypto capital gains, that's great, right? But ultimately, you're still going to pay. But I believe that if you're making a tremendous amount of money, then give back. I don't think being a multimillionaire or a billionaire that you should pay zero taxes. And then all the taxes is being drawn from the middle class. That just doesn't make any sense, right? So that's why. I mean, I have, maybe that's unpopular, but I feel like there's way too many people that keeps talking about, I want to pay zero taxes. I need to hide taxes or do this and do that. I'm like, dude, if you're making that much money, you could afford to pay taxes. So that's my thing. As for why someone else asked for why I don't have a retirement fund, because I always believe in making more money than saving money. I honestly believe there's two types of people. Okay, there's savers and spenders. I'm a spender, but I believe in making more than I spend. So that's how you attain wealth. So that's always been me. That's why I've never really had a retirement fund or anything like that. Tesla's new humanoid bot dances more like a human. Do you agree? No. They hired someone to like dance like it. They put someone in a robot suit to dance. That's why it was dancing. I looked at Multivac before. It looks okay. It could do well, but nothing really stands out. It looks like a dozen of other projects out there, like protocols. I lost track here. I lost track. Michael says hello. Welcome. The Vegas party get rescheduled yet? Not yet. I mean, this whole thing with Delta and stuff, it's just ongoing. So I'm not going to reschedule anything until it's clearly like it's over. It's dead. Do you think Audius could make it a Coinbase soon? I think that's a good candidate. I like the project a lot. This TikTok integration, I think it's a big deal for them. I think it's a really big deal for them. Why don't you have a pool for staking in crypto? Like what? Cardano? I don't know. I just don't have time for that. I'm a very busy guy. I don't have time to do all these pools and stuff like that, to be honest. But if you are looking to stake Cardano, check out Swag Stake Pool. They're a really good pool, so check them out. They have some good introductory videos too to help you get started. Card Starter, it's like an incubator for Cardano, right? I don't know. For Cardano stuff, I'm still waiting. I'm just waiting for Goguen to be done. Terry, you claim you pay $50 for a super chat. If you did, it would show up. It didn't show up. And it would, for a $50 super chat, it would actually stay up on top for me. I always see it. So I think you're lying. Or you think you sent it, but you didn't. Which version of Enterprise should Elon make? I don't know. Just make anyone, the original one. Something that looks like a big saucer with, you know, with its warp core or whatever in the back. Just make it look something like that. I mean, that would be the coolest thing ever. It'll probably be very hard, you know, to make it to take off, but that's why you want to make it in space. Like how they do it in Star Trek. Have a star base or like a building assembly in space and build it in space so it never has to land. I mean, that'd be the coolest thing. We have the technology to do it. It's just, well, we can't make warp cores, but we have the technology to make big ships, big luxury cruisers to fly around in the solar system. Yeah, that would be really cool. SBR from Solana. Saber. It's been doing pretty well. 300% last 7 days, taking a breather. I think someone asked me about this yesterday. Yeah. Cross-chain liquidity network for stable coins. Really well backed. Yeah, I did look at this before. It's interesting. It's interesting, but there's a lot of players in the space that does the same thing. But looks good. Looks good overall. It's like a lot of the other AMMs out there, but this one is cross-chain to look like. But you could stake in a pool and a farm. You could swap. You know, pretty basic stuff. What's your favorite US-based exchange, not Coinbase? Gemini. I've been using them for quite a long time. Saya has been exploding thanks to Skynet. Use storage in Saya. Okay, what do you think about it? I don't know if they've been exploding because of Skynet. I mean, decentralized storage started coming up, and they're one of the big players. And Skynet is just to try to create a new decentralized internet, which is very hard to do. Many people have tried, and many are still trying. In terms of storage, the only one I really like is Arweave. That's that's because they're the backbone for Solana. So, Digibyte is okay with their layer 2 and tokenization, so it makes them more interesting. Chainlink is a blue chip. Everyone should have it in their portfolio. Colton says, IRA, you do pay taxes, just not as much. Seems like a weird here to go out on. I would highly suggest everyone to start IRA. I don't know. I you know what? I still believe in making money rather than saving money. Kind of like, like Warren Buffett. Does Warren Buffett have IRA or 401k? I know he's like the elite 1.00001%er, but that's just how I operate. And I've done pretty well so far for myself. Terry, you're sending these super chats. Oh, I see your first one now, and your second one, but you don't have any questions attached to them. They're blank super chats. When you send a super chat, you have to actually put in your question. So they're blank. Just tell me what just write what your question is. All right. What Terry, what's your question? I'm about to sign off. Ask your question right now. Terry's getting anxiety right now. All right. While we wait. All right. Terry, come on. You got. I'm bad. Terry, I gotta go. Ask your question. You paid like $100. Go ask your question, man. Daryl, thank you for that. What is Central Standard Time? It's what people in the U.S. say. Central Standard Time, Mountain Standard Time, whatever. Eastern Standard Time. All right, okay, I'm gonna give up on Terry. You guys watch out for this answer. All right. Anyways, Bitcoin is trying to close in at 50,000. Overall market is doing very fantastic. This is why you want to stay in the game. You want to stay in the game. There's, whatever there's volatility, there's people that come out, spread a lot of FUD. There's maybe charters. There could be other guys. There's just a lot of people that just spreading FUD all over the place, right? They really just don't know what's going on. That's what I try to help you guys see, help you guys understand that Bitcoin and crypto is the future. That's why you want to stay in the game, right? And you want to invest in these awesome projects because they're still so early. Early, very early. I see the chat is all about Terry. No one. Now Terry's, too fearful to write a question. All right, guys, have a good weekend. I'm not streaming tonight, so we'll see what happens, right? I think the last 4 weekends where I haven't streamed Fridays, Bitcoin pumped up to the moon on that Friday night. So we could see Bitcoin shatter through 50,000 tonight, and by the time I stream tomorrow, maybe we'll be above 50,000. Who knows? All right? So thanks for tuning in, guys. Smash the like, subscribe to the channel. I'll see you guys, making sure I didn't miss anything. Reef, it's a promising DeFi play. I don't really follow them that closely. And Juro Wallet is one of the promising wallets for Cardano. So, looks pretty good. All right. It seems like I didn't miss Terry's question. Terry, if you come on tomorrow, I promise I will answer your question because I just don't see it. I think Terry left. I think he got really pissed off that his question wasn't answered because it wasn't posted. So I can't see it. All right. Take care, guys. Have a good